we're going to do a few more examples of polynomial long division. Here's our first one. All right, we have the first polynomial, negative 10x squared plus 8x cubed plus 11, and that's being divided by 4x plus 3. All right, there's something a little bit different here compared to the ones we did in our other video. All right, what I want you to notice is that this first polynomial is not written in standard form. Right? It's out of order. All right, so that's the first thing we want to do, is we want to rewrite this so that it's in order. All right, so let's do that. So if we put this in order in standard form, it would be 8x cubed minus 10x squared plus 11 being divided by 4x plus 3. All right, now there's still one other thing that's a little bit different here. All right, if we take a look at this first polynomial, we have an x to the third term, we have an x squared term, and then we have a constant. There's something missing. There's no x term. All right, and so that's going to kind of throw us off when we do our long division. All right, so when we do our long division, if you have a term that's missing, right, here's the way I want you to think about it. All right, this first polynomial, we could think of it this way, as 8x cubed minus 10x squared plus 0x plus 11 being divided by 4x plus 3. Right? So there's no x term, so we think of that as having a 0x. Right? That's good and important for when we do our division. All right. Once you have that set up, the division works pretty much the same way. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're dividing 8x cubed minus 10x squared plus 0x plus 11 by 4x plus 3. All right. So let's go ahead and do our division. So 4x going into 8x cubed, that goes in 2x squared times. Right, let's multiply 2x squared times 4x plus 3, and we get 8x cubed plus 6x squared. Right, and then if I subtract this, what do we get? This first part, 0. Here we have negative 10x squared minus 6x squared, so that gives me negative 16x squared. Okay, right here we need to bring down this 0x. Right, and then we keep on going. Right, so 4x plus 3, how many times does that go into negative 16x squared? Right, that would go in negative 4x times. So this would become negative 16x squared. If we're multiplying negative 4x by this 4x plus 3, we get negative 16x squared minus 12x. Okay, and then we need to subtract this. All right, what do we get from here? Negative 16x squared minus a negative 16x squared. This is 0. And then we have 0x minus negative 12x. That becomes plus 12x. Right, and then we need to bring down this positive 11. All right, and then to finish it, how many times does 4x plus 3 go into 12x plus 11? It goes in 3 times. Right, and then 3 times 4x plus 3 is 12x plus 9. And if I subtract this, 12x minus 12x is 0. 11 minus 9 is 2. All right, so our answer is this, 2x squared minus 4x plus 3 plus a remainder of 2. So this is plus 2 over 4x plus 3. All right, one more. I would like you to do this one on your own. So please pause and go ahead and do this. All right, be careful, make sure you have it in order. All right, let's see if you did it right. So if we were going to set up this division, it would be set up this way. 18x cubed plus 0x squared minus 23x plus 17. All right? This is really important. You got to make sure you have it in order, and then we need to have this kind of placeholder 0, 0x squared here. All right? And then we have 3x minus 2 here. All right, let's go ahead and finish our division. All right, so 3x minus 2 going into 18x cubed. That goes in 6x squared times. Let's multiply 6x squared times 3x minus 2. We get 18x cubed minus 12x squared.
Antonio Bolognio to the main office.
All right, and let's go ahead and subtract this.
To the main office.
All right, so 18x cubed minus 18x cubed is 0, and then we have 0 minus negative 12x squared. That's positive 12x squared. Bring down minus 23x. All right, so now we need to do 3x minus 2 going into 12x squared minus 23x. All right, that goes in plus 4x times. Okay, so we get 12x squared minus 8x. And then if we subtract that, what do we get? This first part is 0. Negative 23x plus 8x is going to get me negative 15x. And bring down the 17. Almost done here. I need to do 3x minus 2 going into negative 15x plus 7. That goes in negative 5 times. So this would be negative 15x plus 10. And then when I subtract, I get a remainder of 7. Right, so my final answer should be this: 6x squared plus 4x minus 5 plus 7 out of 3x minus 2.